Hello there, thanks for joining us here on the Handshake, and this is New Vision TV. I am Lynn Kombisha. With me is Edna Ruth Mujuru. Edna, welcome to the show. How have you been? Okay, that's good. We have people here saying that the lack of patient capital is limiting economic growth. Now they say that the absence of long-term capital resulting from a low savings culture is constraining the country's economic growth and development. That is the Capital Markets Authority Chief Executive Officer Keith Kalyejida. Now, moving on, substitute wheat flour with sweet potato flour, and this is according to experts. Now, they're saying Uganda imported about 425 metric tons of wheat last year, estimated at 147.5 million. Why are they saying this? Why should they substitute wheat flour with sweet potato flour?
We import a lot of wheat and we don't grow it. So if we can use some of the things that we grow here,
right,
then we'll definitely reduce our bill.
Oh, that's definitely. Then some more here, some more business news. Uganda apparently has been ranked top cyber secure country in Africa. Wow, that's very interesting. And as the global cyber threat landscape continues to grow, the Global National Cyber Security Index has ranked Uganda the most cyber secure country on the continent, beating Mauritius, which previously occupied the top spot. Isn't that good news? All that is happening in business. Now, wait, Edna. Edna is the business editor here at the New Vision. Now, when you see something like this, what comes to your mind?
Well, it's good news that we have moved up the ranking.
Right.
It's good news that we are secure on the internet. But the thing about an index is that it has things it looks at. Yes, so they're benchmarking us against other countries on a number of things. For example, this report I think looks at systems. Do we have the right systems?
By systems, what do they mean?
Do we have people in charge of our cybersecurity? We have an ICT ministry, but we have a national IT authority.
Authority, yes.
Yes, so one, we have those in place.
Okay.
Then they will look at our plans. What's your plan in case there was a cyber breach? What plans do you have to make sure that you remain secure? And then, of course, these are only tested if a breach actually happens, and then we see how we handle it. But it means you're prepared. If the breach happens, we have things we have put in place to make sure that we secure our data, we secure our transactions. But it can only be put to test when a breach actually happens. Yes.
Oh, so how did we arrive at this? How did we make it to being top?
We have been working with many countries that are already ahead in this game. There have been a number of visits between Uganda and Estonia.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, and Estonia is one of the leading...
Yes, it is.
Yes, and you know, those guys do everything online. The country is so... Everything is ICT. The only things they don't do online is marriage, divorce, and land transactions. You see, everything else
I'm sure
is
if
online.
you wanted to get married, you'd have to fill in a few things online.
Because, well, you do some online, but you've got to be there for your wedding ceremony. Yes, they keep joking that if we are getting divorced, we probably don't want to deal with each other, so why can't we do it online? It's a joke in their society. But we've been working with Estonia. We've been working with South Korea. And they're interesting, like every time you talk to the people at NITA, the conversations are interesting. They have a data center. You know, they have the ability to secure all the information. For example, if we had our cameras, our street cameras, capturing data every minute, every second, and we needed to keep it somewhere, they're able to do that. So it's because we've been working with people who know, who have been tried and tested, that we are getting, that we have
arrived at this point.
Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. Now, what are we doing to maintain this as a country?
Like I said earlier, this can only be tested if a breach happens. you see.
I hope we're not trying to create a bridge so that we are tested.
And I hope we don't drive attention to ourselves by celebrating this so much. You know, Estonia was hacked about 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there's a hacking and everything stopped. No transactions, nothing could be done because they have everything they do is online. So I hope we don't draw attention to ourselves for people to try and prove that we are not there yet. But I think the continued conversations, there have been a number of agreements signed between Uganda and all those countries.
Okay.
They are taking some of our students and media practitioners, policymakers to go and see where we want to go, you know. They talk about e-government, but we are benchmarking against that model that has been tried and tested, and it makes life so much easier.
That's very interesting. While we work to achieving all that, what bottlenecks does this come with? Like making sure the country is cyber secure.
There's always somebody trying to get into your system.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so I think what we need to do is remain alert. And if the systems that they've put in place are good enough, then I think we should be able to spot, like if something is being done on the back end and someone wants to get into any system, we should be able to spot it. You know, there should be things that there should be warnings, and how do you respond to this risk if you know it's happening? So I think it's a case of staying on our toes. And
how are we doing on a national level? Assuming, I mean, we have. I don't know, what exactly do they measure? Is it just hacking, or is it people misusing, you know, the internet?
Misusing your information. Your information, you know, like every time you do a transaction, either online or your data is entered into a database somewhere, we have so much scattered information. So I think what they need, one of the things they need to do is make sure that this information is secured. No one should steal your identity and call themselves Lynn Komgisha, and they are not you. No one should steal your NSSF information because it's stored somewhere online, and no one should steal your NIRA information. So one of the things is securing you as a person, ensuring transactions are done securely. And if we are going e-government and all government systems are talking to each other, you don't want anyone to come in and, you know, distort the information that you're keeping in there.
I read here that they say during a recent interview with Musa Wasuta, I think this is the Sentinel Africa's managing director, he said creating an efficient and reliable cyber-secure environment in Uganda needs a partnership between the government and the private sector. What does he exactly mean here?
You need government to create the right environment for the people who you know, like ICT, some of the systems are built by people in the private sector. But what you need is government to create an environment where these systems are built and taken up so that these guys who are building these systems in the private sector can keep improving them, government can buy them, and then keep the guys in business, keep securing yourselves. You're a policy maker as a government, but these guys probably have either the financing to make sure that systems built are good, and then it's a continuous conversation.
True. Yes. And we will get there, I think. We will. And we become, I see Estonia, Germany and France are, you know, the leaders in this business. Well.
And we are talking to the right people.
And we are talking to the right people.
Yes.
That's very interesting. Thank you so much, Edna.
Thank you, Lynn.